Welcome to Post Game Podcast. I'm your host, June. I got my boy B Foster. I want to remind everyone to please subscribe to Bleach Speakers on YouTube and follow us on all the aggregators for your audio fix. Make sure you go to those platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, and you can find us. Just type in Post Game Podcast, FFSN in your search. Make sure that you're following us, and make sure that notification bell is on. So when we drop content, you'll get an alert and download those episodes. So please subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube. We have a couple of other channels we want you to subscribe to as well. That will be Corner to Copa, that features Coach and B Foster. They talk Detroit Tigers baseball. And also Midwest Ciphers. We got some hip-hop stuff going on there. More material will be dropping soon. Go check us out there. Foster, I've heard of the Legion of Whom with the Lions. Can we bring that phrase over to the Pistons?
It's the Legion of Whom?
The Legion of Whom?
Because the players are so just... random.
I'm gonna keep it real, Foster. That first game versus Chicago, I did not give us a chance. I said, we won. You talking
about this week?
This week.
Okay, yeah.
With the Legion of Whom? With the Legion of Whom? Not the very first game of the season, but the first game this week without Cade and Duran and Thompson. I said, the Bulls gonna win this game too. Right. And I had no reason to think that because, I had very much reason to think that because no Cade, Duran, no Stewart, no Thompson. And it's like the Bulls, you need all your weapons. They were short giddy, but they still, without those four, I counted them out, right? So what do? Chicago comes here, they do the unthinkable, and they win, pretty handily.
11 points, I believe. Yeah. 11.
Yeah, but it was times where we were up 17 points, to create a big lead, and they made a run at the end. We held them off. You know what I'm saying? So then you play Philly. Now, this is before I'm thinking, I said, okay, if Embiid plays, we're in trouble. And I say, hey, we won enough games in a row. Might as well just rest them again, And here we are. Pistons win again. It's been a great week, Foster, for the Detroit Pistons. And before I get into the who's who and who's been doing what this week, the main person that's been there, that's been contributing every single game, is JB. I think we got the right man for the job. He has the players buying into his system, buying into his philosophies, and they are willing to go out there and play diligently for them. Foster, your thoughts on my intro?
Yeah, it started kind of weird because the Monday, obviously we're doing a show, so of course there's a game on Monday. We took the Wizards to,
Of course.
Yeah, we took the Wizards to overtime on a very
the Wizards game.
Yeah. I had to scroll back to see where the week started. So that was a game where Dennis Jenkins was out. Cade played this game. Cade and Duran played this game.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis Jenkins was probably the last player on the court that was designed to get the ball. There was a whole play design on this last play where I think Duran and Lanier both collided and ended up falling. So Dennis Jenkins sitting in the corner. When Cade passes that ball, Jenkins isn't even really looking at him. Like the ball kind of caught him. But he heaved a shot in from the corner and tied the game up to send the game into overtime. Eventually we win. But That's how the week started. And this is the Wizards. The Wizards had won one game at this point. So it was like, we were shorthanded then, quote unquote shorthanded, but Cade was playing. This is the game. This is the game where he took 50 shots. And it's funny because if you didn't watch the game, if you don't know who was playing in that game, you're missing a lot of context as to why Cade took and missed all those shots. Outside the fact that he took 40, he took 40, or no, he
45.
took 45 and made and scored whatever it was.
14, I believe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the team was very, very shorthanded. This is something that would have never happened had you had a Tobias, a Duren. We were missing a ton of players in that game, so it's not something that you're going to see out of Cade. Anyways, he's not a fat pass first guy, but he's a guy that probably leads the league or is top 5 in the league in assists. So that's not even really his game per se. But when duty calls and you need that from him, that's what he can do. Mind you, also, this is after he falls down hard on his hip, which is the reason why he hasn't played the last 2 games from a foul by the guy from the Rockets, Cam Whitmore. So he was fighting through injuries that from whatever point that happened. I know it was in the second half. It was later on in the game. But yeah, this is a team that actually I want to pull up the quotes from JB Bickerstaff, because at the time you probably thought, oh, that sounds good for the coach to say that, but it's pretty obvious it's true. He said, the way camp is gone, there's not one guy out here I can tell you who doesn't deserve to play. I'm pleased with the depth we have, but we have some tough decisions to make because of that. They cut off a little bit there. So he's telling you right now that we're an extremely deep team, and you're like, okay, that sounds good. I believed us to be a pretty deep team, but I didn't know to what extent. I don't even think he knew to what extent. He said, I would have confidence putting all of our two-way players in an NBA game. They can help us get something done. So Dennis Jenkins, hello. Tolu Smith played quite a bit. He didn't play in the last game, but the first 2 games of this week he played for sure because Stu was hurt. And then when talking about Javonte Green, he said he brings an intensity. I can definitely see a point in this year where he is going to win a game for us. It's like he's Nostradamus, because Javonte Green won at least one game this year for us. But he's been starting. He's got a couple 20-point games. He's made a couple blocks on uncontested 3-point shots. Like he's at least won a game for us. So a lot of what JB said during training camp has come to fruition. And I'm excited to see what this team is going to look like when we get close to full strength. I don't know. At this point, it's like, will we ever be full strength? I'm sure we will, but I can only imagine, because guys like Chaz Lanier, Green, there's going to be some guys. I mean, is it Dennis Jenkins, or is it going to be Sasser, or is it going to be somebody's going to have to sit down? There's only so many minutes. Cade is going to play 30.
Or when you bring Malik back.
Oh,
let me stop.
Yeah, we can't even get there, but yeah. That's a realistic thing. The minute he gets alleviated of his whatever restrictions, he's going somewhere.
Yeah, bring Malik back. Bring him. I don't care. 11-2. Bring him back. He wants to be here. Yes, we need the depth, and bring him back. By all means.
It would have been nice to have. It would have been nice to have him right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I will say this: without Cade, without Duren, without Shai Thompson, I've been saying Karis LeVert has to make some buckets, and he certainly did in the last 2 games. The last night's game, they were more timely than volume. The buckets he made when he made them were very timely. He was scoring versus the Bulls. Like, but he hit a couple key shots in timely fashion last night versus Philly. And I got to give you a story, Foster. I'm out at dinner, paying attention to the Pistons. Pistons are up 9.5. Finish eating dinner, get in the car, turn to the radio station. Half starts. Now, mind you, but no, by the time I got to the car, the Pistons were only up 2. So I'm listening to George Blaha. It wasn't George. It was somebody else. But the tone of their voices in that third was like, another turnover. And then, another score by such and such. And he was talking about Philly, like, you're muted, I believe.
I was saying they were bad. These were some like, it was weird. It was like.
And I remember at one point in the car, we were down 11, and they had scored 29 points to our 8 in that third quarter at one point. And I'm like, yeah, this is the game we're going to give up. It's over. So I'm driving, and I get a phone call. And get off the phone. I just happen to pull up in my driveway, get in the house, get settled. It's the end of the third. We're down 2. Just 2. Disastrous third quarter. Down 2. I turn on TV. I'm watching it. Pistons go up. I think they finally take the lead, and they go up by 6 and never look back. The resilience of this team. I was convinced that JB let them weather that storm. He prepared them for that storm at halftime. And by the fourth quarter, they was like, they was ready for whatever. They just played, and they played some defense. They only allowed 15 points in the fourth quarter from Philly. 15. You can do the box, look up the points scored quarter by quarter. I think the least amount they scored was 29 in a quarter last night, but prior to that fourth quarter. The Pistons held them to 15 points in that fourth quarter. And it just looked like we were the better team. Now, mind you, they didn't play with Embiid, right?
We haven't seen Embiid. Matter of fact, I don't think he played either game.
No, he didn't play either game. But at the same time, it's not an even trade right now to be without Cade, Duran, and Arthur Thompson.
Well, Paul George, they don't have Paul George either.
Still not an even trade.
Woo.
If you tell me, okay, guys, we're going to sit Cade, Duran, Arthur down, and Philly's going to sit down Embiid and Paul George. Who do you think is going to win? Most people are going to say Philly.
Yeah, because they got Tyrese Maxey, who's essentially their best player right now.
He Philly faithful are going to say Philly all day. The Pistons faithful are going to say, we need Cade.
Yeah, just give us Cade. We'll be good.
Yeah. No Cade, no Ivy, no Arthur Thompson. You know what I'm saying? No Duran. You're losing your Batman and Robin. They still have their Batman and Robin. I don't know which is which. But right now, the way he's scoring, Maxey's your Batman.
Yeah,
you got a young guard that's
DJ Edgecombe is really good too.
He is really good.
That dude is
They got
good.
some young players over there that's really good. Okay? They got a backcourt that's phenomenal, in my opinion, with Maxey and the rookie. He was draining threes last night like it wasn't nobody's business. But Maxey is him. Maxey is him. He's been him. And if you told me that the Pistons would beat them without Cade Duran and Arthur Thompson, I say you're crazy, and I don't care if they played Embiid or not. I would no. I didn't count them in this game. Did not. But this is how the Pistons week has gone. Let's take a quick break, Foster. Guap inboxed me and said he wouldn't be able to make this show. He has somewhere to run. You know he's a busy person. But we're going to take a break, and then on the other side, we'll talk more of the Pistons week. We'll talk upcoming games. But if you're watching, give us about 15, 20 seconds. If you're listening, you're going to hear some wonderful ads. All right, we are back. Foster, this team, man. This team. You alluded to the start of the week versus Washington in overtime. Game where ultimately where a lot of our players sustained injuries. None worse than Cade. You know, he played through it that night. But that's one of those injuries where the next day, after you wake up, it's gonna hurt. And to me, in my opinion, it was like our guys hurt. We're going to rest them early. We've won so many games in a row at this point. Might as well rest them, right? So you go against the Bulls. And I was like, to me, in my mind, it's a giveaway game. Go against the Bulls at home. You play who you got, and you're successful. And in my mind as a coach, now I'm not saying it was JB thinking, but in my mind, it's like, okay, we won the last game with these guys, and these guys are playing at a good level. I can rest my guys another day. Because at the end of the day, if we lose, we're 10-3. And I'm good with that. So I'm going to play this lineup that I have because I'm getting a lot out of them. And they're confident. And they want to play. Let me sit my guys out and make sure they're all the way right. Play Philly. Win in Philly. Versus Philly. We were at home. You could afford to sit them down again.
No, man.
Before the alternative.
You can.
You can afford. Not saying that this team should take over. I'm just saying to avoid further injury, if your guy needs another game or two to sit down at this point, you could. This is what playing well with those guys. You can afford. This is what it affords you the luxury to say, okay, I don't have to rush you back. Get back when you're right. I don't, this isn't the playoffs. If it was a playoff game, Cade would have been playing. He'd have played through whatever. Durant, same thing. But when is the next game, Foster? Because
it's Monday. So
you know how much time that gives this.
I was gonna say that gives him a week. He last played against Washington. So
this is why you were shaking your head, because you knew the game was Monday, and you don't have to wait any further.
Yeah, That's shouldn't. For a week, yeah.
Especially if you're looking at Thompson and Duran. I believe those guys can play, and I
think Thompson. I didn't hear too much about even the cause of Duran. Thompson might be. I won't say he's hurt, but I think
was it an ankle.
Ankle, yeah. A lot of them have ankle issues. Now
we saw Thompson, twist his ankle, but he continued playing. So I'm thinking by Monday, 2 or 3 of those players will be back.
Cade and Duran, I'm thinking for sure. Tobias, I don't know what's wrong with him, but I think he's still a ways away.
But I think they have the luxury to say, chill out until you're ready.
Yeah, I mean,
because the way the Stewart's playing,
yeah,
the way that Stewart's playing,
the way Reed is playing. Oh my God!
Hey man,
did he drop 30? He was like 28 or something.
He was phenomenal versus the Bulls. Phenomenal. Ugly jumper and all. That shot is ugly.
Hey, what did Rick say? He was playing like the modern day something. I can't remember.
Man, that shot is horrible looking. That jump shot of his, but he hit a couple of threes, and when he shoots, it's like, oh no. But then it's butter. And it's like he was playing at an elite level versus the Bulls. It was elite. And then you have, I don't know what he scored last night, but I think the leading scorer was my man. What's the new guy?
Jenkins. I think Green had more than him.
Green. I think Green had 30, didn't he? Did he have 30? 30? How many did Javon Green have?
Up here.
I think he went crazy yesterday. I could be wrong. Foster is the stats guy for the day. But I think he went crazy, and I think the night before, I know the night before, our boy went crazy. The one that was fighting for minutes last year. But he showed, hey, I'm here. He was dunking all kinds of ways. Reverse dunks. It was crazy.
All right. So the leading scorer yesterday was, where is the points? Oh, Javonte Green with 21.
21. I said 31.
And crazy. Jenkins had 19.
Jenkins. Keep playing with Jenkins. Keep on. We've been looking for that second ball handler. And it's like, keep playing with Jenkins. Keep playing. He's getting more confident. I wanted to do, hey, I'm not giving up on Sasser. Sasser's still my guy. But I know Sasser's like, hey man, I got to get busy when I get back.
It's funny that it's funny that all these guys kind of grew up together, especially Sasser and Jenkins. Like these guys were like neighbors. But we just got a whole bunch of dudes from Texas on the teams.
Really?
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jenkins and Sasser grew up together.
Holland and Cade.
Holland's from Texas, Cade's from Texas. That's it.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
Four people.
I mean, for them from the all congregate in Detroit, you know.
I mean, it's only 12 people. 12 people on the starting roster, and 4 of them are from Texas. Yeah. 2 of them, and both sets are really cool with each other. I like before the pros. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. One thing I will say though, Foster, is that I've seen flashes, but I was hoping, just hoping, during these down times that Holland would stand out more. Last game versus the Sixers, he didn't stand out. He made a lot of mistakes. But he's still him, though. He's still not – he's that dog, right? And I think all of them had adopted this dog mentality where he's going to attack the rim. He's not going to be scared to take shots. He's just a turnover magnet.
Yeah, he's still raw. He's shown spurts where, you know, he's going to give you good defense. He's going to attack in transition, but yeah, he's still going to be sporadic. He's only 20 years old, so yeah, he's still underdeveloped. That's all I can really say about it. He played a pretty good game against the Bulls, though. Obviously, Buzelis played with him in the G League, so definitely has a chip on his shoulder when he goes up against his former teammate. But yeah, it's actually Javonte Green is in a way kind of outplayed him so far. Green took 9 threes yesterday, which is like, if you would have told me that Green would be taking 9 threes in a game, that's a game I can for certain say we lost because who was playing if he's taking 9 threes?
Yeah. Yeah. And who do we have Monday night?
We have the Pacers, who are awful.
He might sit them down again.
I don't think you want to. I don't think you. They might. He might. He might. I would rather them not play with it like that. Even though.
I mean, if you need to, you have the luxury to go ahead and do so. This is not
you do. Yeah, we're 11-2, and I think in the standings we're like several games above the next. Let's see what the standings.
I think it's Cleveland at 8-5.
No, so it's the Knicks at 8-4 because they have one less loss there. Okay. So yeah, we have a 2.5 game lead right now, but essentially we have we've played more games than everybody, or than a couple of teams, because Knicks have only played 12 games. We played 13. But yeah, 11 wins to their 8 wins. So we definitely have a cushion. And yeah, I mean, of course you err on the side of caution because you genuinely might not need all these guys, but I still would much rather not see Dennis Jenkins play 40 minutes. If he's playing 15, giving me a good 15, 20, by all means. But I would much rather see, Cade and Duran and Asar. Of course, this goes without saying. But yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not ideal for him to have to log in 40 minutes, and he'll never log in 40 minutes as long as you have a healthy Cade and Thompson and Sasser. You won't see him play 40 minutes ever.
That's going to be interesting to see how they play that, though. They got a lot of guys that are deserving of minutes, and there's just you can only play five guys at a time. We got a tough schedule. We got an interesting stretch coming up after the Pacer game. Now, I tell you what, maybe sit some guys versus the Pacers. Let it be what it is. Although the Pacers have won one game?
They're 1-10 last I checked.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what I last heard. But we got the Hawks and Bucks coming up. The Bucks isn't until next Saturday though. So actually, we got a back-to-back Monday, Tuesday, Pacers, Hawks, and then we don't play again until Saturday. So we get a nice.
I'm willing to bet, Foster.
We ought to be full strength. Ivy might be back by Saturday.
I'm willing to bet that the Pistons don't play nobody versus the Pacers, and on that back-to-back, the starters come back
on a Tuesday,
and they have that long rest stretch after that. I'm willing to bet that. I don't think they play because that's a back-to-back. I don't think they're going to play their starters versus the Pacers. I think they sit to the next game and play the Hawks full strength. Then you go a whole week of rest, not rest, but without a game until you play the Bucks. You go with the Bucks full strength. And like you said, and we haven't seen our boy. We haven't yet. It's going to be really interesting when he gets back. Real interesting. Do you have an issue or concern about team chemistry after a person's been gone for so long?
With who? Ivy?
Anybody. Let's say, for instance, you go with what you got now, right? And let's say, for instance, when Ivy gets healthy, and let's say Beasley is quit or unaccused, whatever, and he could play. What is that? Do you hear that?
I hear it. I didn't know if you heard it. I hear it from time, not today, but sometimes I hear it.
I don't know where that comes from. I hope that's not in the. What is that?
I think we only hear it. I've never heard it on a playback.
You hear that?
No, still no.
Okay, I know what that was. That was another computer screen of mine.
Oh, as soon as you got all these damn computer screens.
Well, I have a double screen, and there was an ad playing. I'm like, there was music playing.
Oh no, I ain't even heard.
And when you hear that, and you was like, "Yeah, it's been going on."
No.
I'm like, "Oh my God!"
No, I didn't hear that. No.
Okay, so I just have to.
But you said chemistry.
You worry? Do you worry about that type of thing?
Well, when you talking about, see the thing. Okay. Ivy and Cade is something like, it's almost like a myth. It's almost like something that we've never seen because it's been so sporadic and whatever. So between the two of them, I can see there being some growing pains and a little bit of that. As far as Beasley is concerned, no. Beasley was with the team all last year. He played every game. I think that he doesn't disrupt anything. I think that I feel like a lot of the fun that we had started with him. All the the dance, you remember the boom box and the dancing before the game. That was him. That's been incorporated and pushed forward into the current. But that was Beasley. So I don't no, I don't anticipate that.
Where'd the belt? Where'd the belt come from?
I have no idea.
Was that just last year? That was just last
year. Yes. I mean, certainly there wasn't no belts. There was some belt passed around the year before that, but we ain't had nothing to do with it. We winning so much now that it's like, damn, like who they gave the belt to Bobby Clinton. They just ran out of people
to give it to because he certainly
because I mean essentially Cade could get it any night. So pause. So he doesn't even win it half the time, which I like. I like the fact that Paul Reed wins it, Green wins it. I think Sasser won it one time last year. Yeah, it's fun. It's just really fun. It's fun to watch this team right now.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. It's a fun watch, and at the end of the season, you had Shaq saying, "I don't watch the Pistons; they're boring."
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I'll never forget that, man. But how can you not watch the Pistons and say they're boring if you don't watch them? You don't know.
Is there equivalent to that show now? Because that's done, right? Do they have it like
yeah? Now I haven't seen a broadcast from them yet.
I don't watch. Yeah, I don't watch that stuff. Anyways, I hear about that stuff, but
I know they moved over to ESPN, so I'm not quite sure how that has worked. But I haven't yet to see them on broadcast this season.
We're kind of the team that everybody aspires to want to play with right now. It's kind of like the Lions. Like that's what I think. Draymond.
Draymond, did I send you the take that Draymond had about us?
Well, about the Knicks,
about the Pistons.
Well, no, I'm saying I know he said that we would have beat the Knicks.
Should have. That's what he said. And then he went on to say, "You need your superstar. You got Cade. You need defense. You need a defender. You got Arthur Thompson. You need your big man doing the dirty work. You got Stewart. You got Duran. Right. You got scorers on the team. This is a team that could be very well be a threat in the Eastern Conference." And I thought that was rather dope because I believe in everything he said.
Yeah, I'm a believe in that. He might say some other bullshit. I don't believe him, but I believe that.
I believe that. I believe the Pistons are heading in the right direction. We said that last year, though. They're heading in the right direction. And when you see these last two games, if you watch those last two games, he's using what he has, and they have bought into it, and they're playing for him. That's the hard part of. Have you ever seen where you have a good team and the players are just not playing for them? They just they quit on you. They half-ass playing. They're not listening to the coach. They're just out there going through the motions. That happens, and I think that's equivalent to the Penn State players this year. What they did to James Franklin. It was like or not, and which ultimately led him to get fired. You know what I'm saying? I think that type of thing is real. Your coaches have to believe in your coach, and you have to have a coach that's going to get his players to buy into what he's selling. And I think the Pistons right now are all into what JB is cooking, and they're playing. I mean, I believe that last year And he's confirming it with these players that he's been playing with the last 2 games. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember what Jenkins did Jenkins play in the summer league this year?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
You know, and here he is when his numbers called, making big splashes. You know what I'm saying? Versus Washington. Yeah, the play wasn't drawn up for him. Still knocked it down. Versus the Bulls, scoring at will, hitting open threes, knocking them down. Last night, he throwing up half court threes. Still had 19 points.
That's when I knew it was like, okay, this is
This
gonna
guy
be
got the glow
our
right
night. Yeah.
This guy got the glow right now.
Yeah, he's
You hit a half court shot, the way you're playing, get him the ball.
he only made 6 field goals all that night. I think he went 6 for 15 or something like that. But that was a that was a big one.
Yeah. So I believe in this team. I have for a while, and I believe in the coach. But last night just confirmed everything that I ever thought. He's getting he's getting the most out of these players. And that's all we've been. Foster, let me ask you, when was the last time you felt very confident in your Pistons head coach? Like you do now.
Larry Brown.
Larry Brown. 2000, who was here last time he was here? 2007.
4, yeah, whenever that was.
He won in 2004.
Right.
Championship year 2005. I think he left. I mean, he didn't win in 2005. Championship game in 2005, game 7 versus San Antonio. 2006, he was gone. If it wasn't 2006, it was 2007, but he was gone shortly after that second one. I think it was 2006. So we haven't had a mainstay coach where we could be confident in as a Pistons fan. And I think we have that now, and that's the biggest difference. We've had players come and go. We've had rosters that were okay. But we haven't had a coach. We haven't had a GM that we believe and trusted. It's been a long time. I mean, you could say what you want. Joe Dumars made a couple of moves that are questionable, but he made some very good moves at times. But I believe in this GM, and I do believe in this head coach. So, Foster, if you want to put a bow on this, we can. I know we have a game Monday night, back-to-back, Monday and Tuesday. Well, and I hate these Monday night games. Make sure that you are subscribed to Bleachers Speakers on YouTube, because I don't know if is it our turn to host this week for the Central Division Showdown?
No, it was last week was our week.
Okay.
Didn't we host?
Yeah, I did host the show.
Yeah.
But those guys run StreamYard. So we will be streaming from the Bleachers and Speakers YouTube. So make sure you check us out. We are on this Central Division Showdown show Monday night at 7:30 Eastern, where we will be talking with Cleveland Cavaliers representative, my boy Tate over there at what's the name of his channel? Oh my gosh. The Know-It-Alls. And we got Sports Life and Hip Hop, Zeke and Rick from Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan, their show. I mean, you may not be a Piston. You may be a diehard Piston fan. You might be a diehard Lions fan, but go check their channels out. Go check that Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan show out. There's some great content over there. The only knock on them is that they're Chicago fans and they're kind of delusional. But the content is great. Great content. Same with Tate and the Know-It-Alls. Tate is a Cleveland Cavalier and a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I don't know how that happens, but hey, it is what it is. You pick and choose your home teams, I guess. That was a shot. Foster, put a ball on it.
Let's just keep it up. I like the idea of us sitting some guys and then playing everybody on Tuesday and then loading up for that Saturday game. But at any rate, we are 11-2, ladies and gentlemen. We have not had a start this good since we won the championship. Not, well, of course, I'm gonna put the good energy out there for our Pistons, but that is a bold thing to have to follow up to. But we're just gonna ride this, the good ways for as long as we can. And this team is deep. Even if we have a lot of injuries to start the year, which we've had, hasn't affected us. We've lost 2 games. Hopefully we get some wins against some Central Division teams, because we have not yet. We lost to the Bulls and lost to the Cavs. We beat the Bulls the second time.
Embarrassed by
Yeah, that game just seems to be such a I forget that game even happened. Another game on Monday, but anyways, yeah. So, we got the Pacers and the Bucks, who are divisional teams. So, those are always important in the grand scheme of things. So,
absolutely. So I'm going to remind you guys before we get out of here one more time, because we are approaching that 300 subscriber mark. It's getting kind of old for me to be saying that. We should be heading towards that 400 mark by now. But please subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Midwest Ciphers on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Corner to Copa on YouTube. Make sure you're following us on all the aggregators for your audio fix. Those are platforms like YouTube Music, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Just check us out there. Make sure you download the episodes. We are going to get out of here. I want everybody to enjoy their Saturday, and make sure you subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube.